What's happening?
What's up?
Welcome, guys. We already have some comments in here. We are Thin Line Defense, your favorite guns and gear review channel. And I'm here, Cody and Sean.
Yeah, what's that?
We're hoping that Walsh's decision to be late turns into his decision not to be here at all.
Yeah. So get your comments in that talk trash about him now, guys.
Yeah.
Prepper Book Club with the Wizard Jimothy. I was 3 minutes off.
Well.
All right.
Isn't the chocolate ice cream fairy?
Look at all this chocolate ice cream I got.
Messy.
Hey, we do want to send a special shout out to Joe. He had a death in the family, so we definitely want to be thinking about him this week and send some love through the radio and the internet waves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe, if you're listening, we love you, buddy.
Yeah. Best wishes to you, pal.
So Walsh, you came in too early. We were hoping to talk trash while you weren't here.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
We're just going to say it to your face.
I didn't even get coffee. My kids were like not having it. Like, we're fiddling around.
Go get some coffee. We don't need you here.
Okay, I'm going to get coffee. I do love you. You guys got this.
How about that Air National Guard? Just saying.
Oh, man.
Hey, that's going to make us all look silly for a while.
It had to have been a brand new guy, too, right? I mean, he was a young buck, 21.
Yeah, they were talking about, he got promoted to Airman First Class. I'm like, oh, look at you.
Oh,
well, that's not a
E3.
Yeah, they hand that stuff out like it's not an earned promotion. It's a congratulations, you lasted a few months in the military. So.
Well, somebody in the Air National Guard probably died for him to get that promotion. That's how that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
What's up, Angry Sarge?
Prepper Book Club. Cody is in 2 videos in a row. Say what?
I know. I would say hell's freezing over, but it's hot here, so I don't think that's happening.
I mean, that all tracks.
I am up on Rumble as well over here, guys. So any comments I see on Rumble, I will try to pay attention over there and read. Our Rumble has been bonkers. I tell that after every time we have a live chat, like our videos on Rumble get like 20 views, 40 views, and then our live chats are like 500 views. People over on Rumble, they care about what we're saying for some reason, and it always blows my mind.
That's good. Let's keep it going.
We should we should just stare at Walsh's empty chair.
I think that's because if you're a subscriber on Rumble and you go to your main page, it'll have our channel at the top and say, "Hey, they're live right now."
Okay.
And I think that's where it comes from.
Okay. So maybe people aren't clicking on our thing, but we're getting all those.
No, they're probably clicking on it, but I'm just saying, like YouTube, you kind of have to know where you're going.
Yeah, you got to be subscribed here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Caleb sent me a picture. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Oh,
your new boat. Where was that, Caleb? Was that on? Oh, it was on Instagram. I'll find it.
It's on our page?
It was good. No, I think he sent it as a private message to me.
Oh, okay.
So what kind of boat do you have?
So I have a Old Town Sportsman 120. So the 12-foot one.
Ooh.
It's the pedal. But it's I wouldn't call it a boat just yet. It hasn't never touched the water, so I don't know what you call that.
To make that happen?
How long have I had it, Jason? 2 years?
Oh, 2 years.
A long time.
Yeah. I think everybody's learned that I'm not, I'll go head full steam ahead. Yes, that's all.
Nice.
You now want a battleship kayak.
Yeah. I'll go full steam ahead into like a new hobby and I'll buy all the stuff and I'll get right to where, okay, I'm done. I got everything. And then I'll never do the hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 85, 90% product. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife says that my hobbies are researching new hobbies.
That's part of the fun of seeing it through the
Yeah.
experience.
But I have everything. I'm ready to go. I just need to go.
Yeah. That kind of ties into what I was hoping to talk about tonight. And that was our latest gear build outs and kind of our likes and dislikes. And this kind of stemmed from a conversation I had with Walsh last week, I believe, about the Defense Mechanisms mech belt. So I set one up as my duty belt, and I went and took it to the range, and it functioned fine. I don't want to say anything negative about the belt because it did everything that Walsh said it would do.
I love that belt.
I didn't like it. I'll say this: I was using the HRT mag pouches, and I love those things better than S-Tex, hands down. But that, what do they call it, Molly Plus? I didn't feel like it held the pouch as tight as I would like it to. Even using it, with my inner belt to try to lock it in place, I missed the whole weave of your what Walsh and I would call the Gen 1 belts, like the traditional battle belts.
The extra middle section that locks it in.
Yeah. Yep. So I was
like a laser cut Molly?
Either or, like just one that you can weave. Like I was telling him, I think I would like the HRT belt as a duty belt. I think I would like the HRT belt more than the Defense Mechanisms belt.
So yeah, Cody, I don't know. Did you see the DM mech belt? It's just got a different design. Instead of having like an outer panel, it has like inner Molly panels that you feed things through. And it kind of connects into the inner Tegris core instead of connecting to the outside where it can kind of like dangle. So the idea is to connect in there, but Jason's saying like there's no way to like you can't just like cinch it up like crazy like you do with the other belts.
Yeah, the traditional ones.
Did you use for the HRT? Did you use the Tegris connectors or did you use the?
I used the Molly Plus.
I think I tried the Tegris one.
I did too, and it was even looser.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it was not. No bueno.
If your fingers aren't bleeding from weaving your pouches into your belt, you're not doing it right.
Yeah,
you got to get those needle nose pliers.
Yeah.
Croak commented on Rumble. Is this thing on?
No.
Yes, it is.
Sean, no, I don't know if Sean's talked about this, but I sent him because it's going to be right up in his alley. So I sent him the polar bear coat. I'll show you the trash he sent me in return. Well, I can't say that. He sent me some good stuff too. He sent me some Beyond gear, so I have nothing but love. But I sent him over the polar bear coat and that's the attack pack belt. Did you get to try that belt out?
I did.
He was just showing it to us before he came on.
Yeah, he was telling us how much he hated it.
No, I think that this is part of what I was looking forward to with this conversation. I've always just gone with the traditional hip huggers as far as just rocking a backpack on. And then if I'm going, I know this might cause some consternation, but I actually have been a huge fan of these guys and setting up my kit. I just like the way they feel and how they ride on my hips, and I've always preferred them on a helo or just in a vehicle for a little bit. And then beyond that, honestly, it's not like I'm kitted up with a full combat loadout. Most of my stuff is all low vis.
What's interesting too, I've talked to some higher end guys on Reddit, and they were like, "Hey Walsh, I see that you always build out a loadout that has a pistol and has a pistol and 2 mags." He's like, "But in reality, wouldn't you rather have 2 more rifle mags?" And I was like, "Bro, yeah, probably. Like I could probably ditch the entire pistol and just run 2 more rifle mags and be significantly better off. Like,
yep.
Unless I'm like climbing a ladder or something. Otherwise, I'm like, I'm not climbing that. There's
So up to this point, have you kept a rifle mag on your belt?
So if you look at the one I set up for you, that kind of mirrors what I normally do. That has that Agilite single on there, which is just really good for re-indexing. But I almost always do one rifle mag and then 2 pistol mags and then the pistol on the holster. But
that's what I've always set up.
Yeah, and that's always. But I would only remove the pistol mags if I really wanted to go something crazy, because I think that first reindex from the belt is just, I don't know. I think that's the fastest one. People, I mean, whatever you train to. I mean, it's whatever you train to, really.
Sure.
I do like how the dude said. He says, Jason, I'm gonna jump ahead for a second. He says, I haven't seen a belt worth upgrading from the Ronin. The Ronin's really good, and you kind of are splitting hairs when you start to go from a Ronin to like a DM or to HRT. It's like, are you gaining more functionality? No, you're just getting a little more of this and a little more. Like you're just sliding the scale a little. My Ronin is still set up for when I did that video ages ago, and that's still a great belt.
Yeah, that was your jam for a little while, right? Until like
still,
Axel.
Well, I have it right now. Cody, you'd probably laugh. I have that whole Ronin belt set up with like 308 mags. So we could, so it's like all right, like this is kit for 308. Like, yeah, this is like big boy stuff.
Yeah.
Golly.
Now we have talked to Sean a couple times about building a platform.
Yes.
What are you looking about making? I know we're gonna jump away from the comments for a second, but what are you looking about making?
Man, there's so many different options. So I think I'd love something in 7.6.2 initially, just because I think there's a lot of different capabilities with that loadout. But some of the stuff you brought up, Walsh, is quite tempting, because I like the idea of reaching out and touching something a lot farther away.
See, that's why I see you. Like when we talk about like survival and evasion and those things, like your skill set is going to be to keep you out of 200 yards.
Yep.
So then to have a firearm that operates within 200 yards is like, just doesn't synergize with your skill set.
Well, it's a mindset thing too. So if somebody's pretty far away from me, I pride myself on not being seen, even when you're up close. So, it's just one of those mentality things. Is like, yeah, you can reach out and pick something off a long way away. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But in theory, I shouldn't even be seen, heard, and I don't want to give my position away in any way.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm excited. Whatever you want to do, we're in. We've done a lot of really great things with Criterion. So, like I said, whatever you're looking to do, I'm sure Mike from over there will be willing to help. Hopefully, I don't doubt he's watching, but he's such a good dude. I'm sure he'll help us out.
I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of application. I want to pick y'all's brain a little bit more and see what we can get ourselves into. We've got a good 1,000-yard range out here too. That'd be fun to shoot at.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mike, Walsh posted a customer service feedback thing. Was that from Reddit? About Criterion?
Yeah. So
that was like awesome. I mean, we fell in love. I like Mike for meeting him at SHOT Show, but seeing other people having that level of customer service, like it's not like he's just treating quote unquote influencers that way. That's the customer service treatment that regular people get, which is nice to see.
Yeah, Cody, you didn't get to you were lost in the desert when we were dealing with a little bit with Criterion, but he was just awesome and sending us stuff. And even when I built my NV build, I was like, I should have built this with your stuff on it. And he's like, we can fix that. And you're just kind of like, ha ha ha. A couple days later, it showed like his barrel shows up. I'm like, oh yeah, we're switching this out. Like we ain't playing this. I ended up sending the barrel to Jason. It was still a good BA barrel, but it's like that. Like he's awesome. We go see
Works fantastic.
But yeah, it was a whole customer service thing on Reddit about how I guess somebody had an issue. So he took their upper. Was it the whole upper? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was
the whole upper. And he put it on a BCM lower.
Well, and first he was like, hey, I noticed your barrel nut was loose. Also, we noticed that you didn't actually have it sealed well against the upper. So I resealed. Like, it was like this whole thing. Like, hey, it looks like you're trying to use my barrel and you didn't do things right. So I'm going to do this whole rigmarole. I tested like 200 rounds or something crazy. It works great. I'll send it back to you. I was like, good.
Yeah, that's pretty good customer service. Yeah.
I mean, he basically like some guy built an upper with his barrel and he's like, it's not working. Sent it to him, and Mike rebuilt the entire upper, like polished the feed ramps, shot, what was it, like 70 test rounds through it, made sure that it was ejecting properly.
He seated the barrel. He reseated the whole barrel into the upper. Like, wow. Yeah, it was just like
customer service. My dog just farted. It reeks.
The dude says, though,
blame it on the dog.
Ask Criterion when they're getting the new 308 barrels in stock. They are pretty good about telling you, though. Like, I've noticed if I ask him, he's like, hey, it's going to be June. Like, oh, okay. He's not like, well, we'll see when we see. Like, no, he'll tell you. And you just got to fight for him, which is frustrating.
I missed. Oh, here you go. Croak says he picked up a Wilder Tactical neoprene inner belt for his mech belt. No 3-month wait, shipped right away. Works good just in case he doesn't want to run belt loops. Quarantine Catholic had one of those. She loved it.
Yeah, I didn't get to try one of those. I still
belts.
want to try their holster adapter thing. I haven't got to see
Oh yeah, you haven't got that yet.
No, I haven't got to play with it. I think they were going to send us two, one brown one and one black one that we were going to try out.
Racist.
But I think
Amy Sarge says, "Hey nerd." Caleb says, "You called?"
he's talking to Sean.
Sure
You rang.
Another YouTuber says, "Clips suck. Double side hook and loop is the way." That's what the defense mechanisms Molly Plus is. It's basically double side hook and loop.
I don't know who another YouTuber is, but I agree. I'm hoping that's so. Someone said that like it was one of that YouTubers that like Tactical Girlfriend or something. I actually messaged her on Instagram, and I was like, I was asking her about the Shaw Concepts V2 if she'd used it. Knew who we were, but didn't get. I don't think that's them. I don't think that's who that is. Because they weren't that interested.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You don't remember? I mean, you don't.
No.
We didn't talk about this. Somebody said that. Like, I think another YouTuber is this person. I was like, I don't know who that is, but I don't know. I'll message her. But seemed like she knew who I was, but I don't think that's what she is.
Croak said, "If you're not using one wrap, you're doing it right."
Man, see, Croak, God, you're my favorite. My absolute favorite. Croak, I did end up snagging one of the SIG X macros. I told Jason though, I haven't got to try this in a holster. There's a holster coming in a couple days. I got one from McKenna Tech. They did it way faster than I thought. But I think the number one feature that is the cool feature about it is going to be its own linchpin. Like the fact that
Wrong.
You think I'm wrong? I'm gonna see. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm hoping it's not because I think
tell Croak so he can tell you you're wrong too.
Maybe.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
I'm excited. I just think that the longer grip to hold a longer magazine is going to make it harder to conceal. Maybe not though. Some people conceal full staccatos, and I'll be like, nope, it's fine. I think that's my only concern with it. Otherwise, I like it. The trigger's a little bit. I mean,
it depends on where you index it. Where are you gonna put it to conceal?
I'm gonna run appendix.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Should be fine.
Just depends on what time of year it is there.
That's true too. If it's like summertime, like it doesn't work, and they're like, yeah, but hey, where I'm at, it's wintertime 90% of the year, so just throw a little light jacket on. Like, oh, look at this, it's perfect.
You're good.
The dude says he may do an ATS war belt for winter weather.
ATS sounds like.
Oh, there goes Walsh.
Sounds like
You piqued his interest, the dude.
No, hold on, I want to talk about this. So we didn't get. I want to get off from where we were talking before.
I saw that comment earlier. That comment earlier that said the Hills people.
Hill people gear.
All this really cool gear. Okay, I sent Sean all this really great gear, and to get him started, what does he send me? Well, number one, he sends me Beyond Gear, which is that some of that stuff is amazing. He sends me these great optics. Look at how excited I am. Not only one, but
whoa, you got two of them.
He's had two of them. And he was like, do you want these? I go, no. And I gave them back to him, 2 years ago?
At least.
So these will be getting eBayed or put on our Discord. But thanks, Sean. Thanks.
Anything I can do for you. Like I said, I've always been told if you're gonna send something like that, you gotta sandwich it with some good stuff in between. So
that's what it was too. Like he literally wrapped it. It was like a Cool Beyond shirt on the top and like a Cool Beyond shirt on the bottom. I was like, dude, you really poop sandwich this thing.
I know how.
So you probably paid $20. You paid extra for shipping to send all that.
Dude, put those optics on the wheel. Oh man, wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh, that's
Croak's 2 rifle mags minimum on his belt.
See, guy, I like Croak.
Walsh, could you imagine that on the wheel of death?
Ooh,
that's one of those things where, like, when it ticks right past you, you're like.
Oh, has Croak seen our Wheel of Disappointment skit?
I don't know. Let's show him.
Not Croak, Cody.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't.
Oh,
Walsh, it'll be
It's
the
time
first.
for the Wheel of Disappointment.
That's awesome. I love that blazer.
That blouse.
I'll just
Yeah.
wait
Better.
till next month.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean, what were you saying?
I was gonna say if we did that and that was sent out, that might be the first piece of merch that came back to us, or the first equipment that came back to us.
No, the dude, he won a GBRS belt, and I think he's tried to give it away a couple more times since he won it. And it's like, dude, this thing is awful. Like, dude, it's the worst. You literally pay extra for a crappier belt.
Yeah. 2 rifle, 2 pistol on his belt. Pepper Booklet. Better hope the rifle does not go down.
Yeah, true.
True. But like,
Very true.
I mean, if it does, what am I really gonna do with that pistol? Like, oh, well, I hope they come inside 50 yards.
That's true. Angry Sarge says he has 2 and 2, 1 rifle in front of and behind his pistol, and 2 pistols at 11. Interesting.
Dang. Shadow Man wants that scope.
Like, we did. I reviewed it. It's horrible. This was the one that I was angry at Sean. Be like, dude, it took me 16 batteries to review this thing.
Hey, Shadow Man, you're pretty close to paying for it right now.
Yeah,
You're at $15.
At this point, you're
2
basically
super
bought it.
chats.
Man,
Maybe we do something. I'll talk to Sean. About maybe we do something fun with them, because I don't think any of us care at this point.
That's funny.
They're horrible. They're horrible.
they're awful. They're so bad. I'd never even put it on anything. I fired them up once, looked through them, and I was like, Walsh, go ahead, have at it, man. You're gonna love this.
I came over. I was so excited. When I saw him, and then I opened up, and I'm like, "This is horrible."
Yeah. Like I said,
Hey.
they're so heavy. There's no recoil on the weapon at all. It just keeps it down.
I love how you could. That's like a gift. That video is a gift that keeps on giving, because people comment about how dumb Walsh is all the time, and usually the reply is, "Tell me you bought this optic without telling me you bought this optic."
What's funny is Felix gets so mad because I'll literally be looking at the footage and I'll zoom in and it'll just turn into like hot, wet garbage.
Yep.
And I'm like, you can't even see what this is. And they're like, it looks fine. It's fine. Oh my God, it's so bad. And the whole time I'm having to like hold, you have to press the buttons. So you have to hold the gun up with one hand and press these. So bad.
That was developed making video games by somebody who didn't know what they were doing.
Yes. Oh, send it back.
Oh.
Send it back to Sean. Use it as one.
Hey, I know somebody else that would do that. Joe would definitely.
Joe.
Oh yeah, you would.
But to have Sean be, hey, my first shot at 1,000 is going to be to blow up the night vision. This ATM.
That would be funny.
Oh my
Put
God.
up a fake sniper with that dude rocking the scope.
I'm just gonna like it'll just be in like my next package to Jason. It'll just be like, oh, I got this cool. Oh, what the hell? And they'll be like, this ATN optic.
Be careful with that. Those things are heavy. It's not cheap to ship.
That's what I was saying. You sent 2 of them.
He's like, listen, I probably should have just sent you the clothes and threw these away.
Yeah. That's why eBay might be the best opportunity, because everybody else knows what the heck they're doing and what they're getting into.
Murph said, "I gave one of my buddies my Ronin I used for a long time to get the axle belt. Honestly, doesn't really do anything different. Ronin was just one of the first."
And they're good.
Truck.
That Ronin, I could probably just run it over 1,000 times and then pick it up and just rock it. So there's nothing wrong with the Ronin at all. It's just the older generation, but there's nothing broken on it.
Angry Sarge says, "The dude, we definitely think alike. Twins. Dude has a second AR mag horizontal in front of his pistol for weak side loading."
Ooh, I have that set up. I did that. So Jason, I did that with an HRT mag. So on the front of mine, the HRT is sideways, and the other ones are the new one of the Grim Hunter Tactical elastic mag pouches. So they go flatter. So there's a lot more room. But I'm gonna try that whole like front side load thing.
Oh.
I haven't done it.
Danielle Bob says, "Have you tried the pack attachment on the attack pack? That's probably what I'm looking at. They recently added an Ellis compatible frame option." Ooh, that's nice.
So yeah, Sean, on that belt, there's a. I don't think I sent it to you, but there's like.
I already told him. Don't waste your time.
Damn it!
If you were here, if you were here on time,
Still,
if you were here on time, you would have known that.
It's something that I'll grab to see how it really disperses the weight.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. I like some of these hip huggers that are already integrated in. So I'm kind of curious to see if it actually makes that much of a difference.
I think this is the biggest difference you bring to the table too. Is like, yeah, guys, these are cool. These are cool belts that you see on Instagram. But here's what actually gets used that has nothing to do with these.
Well, and there's a lot of different packs. There's a lot of weight distribution options. I mean, I've seen folks not wearing their shoulder straps correctly. So, you know, if they've got it on too tight, all that weight is sitting on their shoulders. Or if they're not wearing it right, it might all sit on your hips. So if you're intentionally putting your weight on your hips, I think that attachment to the belt would actually serve a really good purpose because of the weight dispersion. But if you wear a pack correctly and you're kind of working between those two based on what else you're rocking, we'll see. We'll see if it makes that big of a difference.
Croak says he's got one of those Wilder tactical adapters from the PSA show, and he likes it better than True North.
Croak, I can't ask him to borrow. I'm already borrowing his Soma Gear Illuminator.
The dude says he had someone in his SIG class this week with a JP Enterprises build. It was the fastest and smoothest shooting gun he's ever seen. 0 muzzle rise. JP does some good stuff.
Is that just with that silent, like that silent captured spring? What all was in the build? Because I know
I have their buffer spring.
That's what I'm talking about. The silent captured spring. But I don't know if I've ever seen them do like a BCG or anything.
Huh.
Oh, I'm already excited. Okay, good. Thanks, Croak. If Croak says it's fine, then that's like saying, like all of you saying it's fine.
So Walsh, have you shot this yet?
No. I literally picked it up like yesterday.
Okay.
You haven't shot it yet?
Oh, I've been at work.
Let's see here. Your favorite libertarian wizard gentleman. What's up, dude?
Oh.
So Murph was talking. He's talking about his. Let's see. I missed it. His cobalt rifle, I think. He was telling dude, just wait till you touch a cobalt rifle. He got his in February last year before they started getting all the hype. The owner even called me on the phone to take my order and then called me again to fix a QD slot on my rail. Good guys.
Speaking of some good customer service that I thought was kind of random. I mean, obviously you spend a good bit of money, but when I purchased that US Night Vision DIRV illuminator, the owner called me and he was like, "Hey, just let you know, like, we want to say thanks for purchasing this. I know you're spending a lot of money." I was like, "Oh, I'm actually like so and so and so and so on this channel." Like, "Yeah, cool. We don't care. But what do you need from us?" Like, because they're just basically like, we just for everybody. So we don't care if you're somebody. We don't care if you're not. So I thought it was pretty cool. It was like, he just always does this. And then so I had an issue where mine was the co-alignment was off, like between the Viz laser and the IR laser that really kind of showed up when we did some EOTech testing. And they're like, "Hey, let us have that one back and we'll fix it for you." And then they're like, "Actually, we have a new version." Like, they called me again. "We actually have a new version. Why don't we just send you the brand new one?" I'm like, "Okay." So
Deal.
yeah, it was some amazing customer service from them. So they didn't have to do any of that. They could have told me to pound sand on many levels. But instead, I don't think you guys know this. We at Thin Line Defense I think we have the only version 2 of that illuminator right now.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
Zach Fett says, if my name comes up, please.
As an OG, you win one and Misfit win one. I'll just send them out. I'll just I have your address.
But you guys got to buy your own freaking batteries.
Right.
Get the Amazon. Get the Amazon like storage bag of batteries. Oh.
J-Dub's missing Joe. We miss him.
We do.
Hopefully he's doing okay.
He's gone one day.
Yeah, I know. Where was I? Oh, wait. 223 DMR. 223 DMR. Jason, good evening. Walsh, good evening. Angry Sarge, good evening. Very formal.
Very formal.
Wow.
It's like, hey, Chat GPT, put me in the chat with them. It's like, I try to act normal, like hello everyone. Be more normal.
Hit the like button. Thanks.
All right,
what
I'll
I'm
take
talking
that.
about.
I'll take that though. That's cool.
First we eat, then we surf says, let's see your shorties. This is a kid-friendly program. First we eat. So no.
Wow.
Do you want to see like our build? Do I have pictures? I'm sure I have pictures.
I bet you on the website. Someone's asking about Cerakoting, and I told them it was a comment. It was a gun candy video. They asked about it, and I was like, we have pictures of all these guns that we've done on our
They're
website.
you have to find them though. Like you have to go. That's
Yeah,
way
if only we knew someone to manage our website.
You know what's cool about my
Oh,
new
yeah.
office? It's
What's
right
that?
here. Right here is all of my guns. You can't see
Yeah,
them;
but
they're off camera.
You can't.
You can't
You
touch
can
them.
show a picture of them, but you can't show them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and my shorties right here.
I definitely don't have an X macro around.
Prepper Book
Yeah.
Club says, "My day at work was crappy. Might as well finish off the day and my soul with the wheel of disappointment."
Congrats, you win. You won it.
We'll just send it to you.
Yeah.
The dude says JP makes their own BCGs as well as buffer systems. They do pretty much everything in house.
I'd like to see that BCG.
Yeah, and then like
more to them, I'm sure.
I mean, do a whole setup like BCG, gas block, everything.
Yeah.
Here we go. First we eat said rifle length, piston and buffer, TACCOM, lightweight buffer, law folder, AA piston. I think that's Alexander Arms piston, Adam, something like that. Adam's Arms, and a comp is flattest AR.
I don't know. The law folder, I don't know. I was always like geeked out by it, and then I realized it's like the source of most brain damage. Like
There's another one that doesn't, I believe, lets you shoot when it's folded.
well, that law folder is heavy as hell. Like
Yeah.
it's just like what like everyone I know got disappointed. They're like, this is not what I thought it was.
Oh, Harry's here. So sorry I'm late, ladies of the night. Thanks, buddy. We miss you. And if those of you that are wondering why we call him Harry, you got to go back to like early days in our live chat. You got to understand, we've been doing this live chat every Thursday for over 2 years.
Is it? Oh my god, it's been a long
How
time.
crazy is that?
We should like
Harry's
go,
been here just about that long.
yes, and like
Yeah.
I saw Misfit posting some stuff on Instagram the other day. I'm like, man, we got some people who've been here a long time.
Long time.
I think
you know-
Misfit's in and out nowadays, but that's fine. He's still, I mean, he's supported us from the beginning, so always got love for him.
And
Yeah.
you know what? I think for Harry being such a loyal subscriber, he should get one of those scopes.
Done.
It's
Danielle
win
says,
one, get one free.
yeah. I want to fit the attack packs like a hiking pack with the belt on the hip above the pant belt, then just ditch the pack and see if there's enough real estate to load it similar to a chest rig. I think you could. I don't know. I really want to get one. I have an attack pack shooter belt, but it doesn't have that attachment that Walsh was talking about for
Yeah, I don't
for the Ellis pack to send to it. But I've seen them. I mean, I've seen the last 2 years at SHOT Show. And as someone that is, I like backpacking, but one of the biggest issues that I've had with those, I don't even know what you call them, the waist attachments, I guess, the thing that goes around. There's no place to have a holster if you want to hike with a holster. Whereas the attack pack belt kind of does away with that. You can have a drop leg holster off of your belt and then still have a load supported pack on for hiking. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right. I've kind of always rigged my holsters to a lot of my packs. It works. It's not ideal, but especially if you're carrying some sort of an external zip pouch that you carry other trinkets in, it completely, is obliterated by carrying a weapon on the side. I do think that some of the Mystery Ranch packs are specifically made to where you can integrate a
holster into it.
Yeah, a holster to it.
Yeah. There's some
Sounds
that
like a
have
whole
Molly
video.
built into it.
Sounds like a whole video series to me.
Yeah, I probably could.
Probably.
Oh, that's awesome.
Angry Sarge said Walsh uses ChatGPT and Discord. Hi, fellas. I'm real, not AI.
sometimes sometimes I go in Discord, it'll just be like a random random Tuesday. I'll go and like some stuff, make a comment, and they're like, "What in the hell?" Like they'll just show up and then leave.
Yeah,
like,
you're
did
like
you
a
respond to what they
rainbow.
said? Like, no, I didn't even get to see what they said.
So my new work asked me for a bio. I wrote it up and I was like, "Hey Walsh, can you take a look at this? I just want a first sergeant look." Yeah, you never did because he was like, "Honestly, I'm just going to put it in Chat GPT, and whatever it kicks out is what I'll send you." And I was like, "Oh, I'll try that."
It's like,
this
I was
thing
like, not
the
joking.
This thing was like the most professional sounding. I sent it to my boss. My boss included it in like an email to everybody that I work with, like across the nation. And it wasn't until after that I told her, I was like, "Yeah, that was an AI that wrote that." And she was like, "Man, I read it. And I was just thought, man, he loves himself. This thing is just very professional sounding, but it's just he has dedicated his career for the last 23 years."
We're using it at work. We're trying to show people like what all you could do with it. And I'm like, dude, watch this. I was like, okay, ChatGPT, write me a resume to be a welder and talk about how I like weld plates on things. And it like spit this whole thing out. I'm like, hey, we gotta be careful. I'm about to get a job as a welder with that. You can't give that to anybody. They'll hire me. And it says like expertly welds metal to plates and stuff. Like, dude, it's awesome.
So Croak says U.S. Night Vision got a lot of crap a few years back for the owner being
super nice.
Not a nice person.
Yeah. I'm not
family
surprised.
friendly, folks. Family friendly.
They're making some choices that like I don't know them, so I don't owe them anything. But they're just making some interesting choices of like, I mean, they make it. I don't know why does an IR device cost as much as like diamond rings? Like,
yeah,
a small car. Do you want a small car, a cheap beat up car, or do you want this IR device? They're the same value.
It's because that's what people would pay for them.
That's what they'll pay. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Harry says Jason Skip makes the wheel of disappointment worth it. Thanks, buddy. Just wait till next month. I'm telling you guys, next month you're going to be, if you're impressed with that, you're going to be doubly impressed next month.
Wow, that's a good one.
Harry said, "Yeah, my wheel of disappointment for May." Harry says, "Dang, it's been 2 years." Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
over 2 years.
And he spent one of those years just trying to find what was he waiting to come in for that? Oh, it was that adapter for the LA Police Atlas. He spent like a year just waiting for it to come in from Axel. They're like, "Oh yeah, we remembered you didn't die." Like,
they probably lost track of him because all his name changes.
Yeah. Danielle says, "I have the JP adjustable gas front sight block incoming for a 10.3 with a PDW brace, the most hated build on the interwebs."
Now I'll say this, and the dude, some of you guys may disagree with me here, but I have started to really dislike adjustable gas blocks, particularly with silencers. It's not a question of like if it's going to fail; it's just a question of when that adjustable gas block is going to fail. I just don't. I got so tired of it switching out gas blocks for stupid things being broken or bound up. I don't know if you guys have dealt with it at all, but like it was enough to I'm like I'm just never gonna do this. That's why I used the bootleg one, where you change out the BCG. I don't know.
Yeah. Angry Sergeant Misfit left. He left our Discord.
No, they said, hold on. Yeah, he had a kid. Yeah, kid.
Barry just said Misfit had a kid, comes from side, which I think is his first, if I remember correctly. I think it's his first kid.
Nice.
Listen, Misfit's an OG. He can come back 10 years from now and be like, "Hey, where's my night vision at?" And be like, "Here you go, bro." Yeah. He supported us when we were like I get it, some people love us now, but he supported us when we were a bag of idiots. I mean, we still are, but like,
yeah, we're still are.
He was like subscriber number 12.
He was our first like guest.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that came on. Yeah.
It's funny too that
Harry on
our disclaimer now has changed. So it says, if you read our disclaimer, like, our views are our views, are not representative of anyone else. And then it skips the line and says, "Remember, we're just idiots."
Yeah. I like it.
We do not take ourselves seriously.
Sean, what were you cooking today?
I love grilling. Like I'm out there on the back porch at least once a week. I've got a Kamado Joe, and that sucker is always firing up. So today I had about 7 pounds of chicken thighs that I had marinated in like a Middle Eastern kind of or Mediterranean kind of shawarma mix. So lots of good stuff. It's actually out there right now. So at some point I might cut out to go take it off the grill. But
Yeah.
man, I think the weekend before I did a 13-pound brisket, and the week before that I was doing 4-bone beef ribs. So I'm always out there.
All the goodies you can send me, you send me these 2 garbage optics.
I mean, I can send you chicken shawarma. You might not like it.
By the time I get it, it's like,
Yeah.
That'll
I
be
got
my
like
next
30
one.
pounds, 30 pounds of pork shoulder I'm smoking tomorrow for a wedding.
that's
Oh
awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hopefully
yeah,
it
so
turns out good.
we're gonna start showing a lot more outdoor stuff. So I'm gonna try and sneak some of Sean's stuff he's working on out into our Instagram and on the YouTube too. So you guys will see more of that.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of parallels. I mean, cooking out in the woods is awesome. Like, but you got to know what you're doing out there too if you want to if you want it to taste good. So, you know, I do a lot of my grilling here at home, and I bring the same kind of techniques. Just do kind of cowboy style fires out
So
in the woods.
next backpacking trip, we're gonna have some chicken shawarma
Oh
In the
man,
middle of the woods.
out there in the
It's-
woods.
it's freaking tasty. The last time I went hunting with my buddy, we take it down. We always go after the strap and have a little bit of that just cooking it over the fire right away.
I hope you don't get the Turkish trots out there.
With the chicken shawarma.
Yeah.
There's always a way to handle all of it.
Oh my god.
So Walsh, if you check Discord, Croak actually put a picture of him carrying his X Macro. You can't even tell. Another YouTuber says Hill People Poncho is joy.
I want to know what YouTuber that.
I
Maybe,
feel people
I'm thinking it's Brass Facts or maybe no. It's not sassy enough to be Hop.
No.
Hop's way more sassy.
Y'all are pleasuring them by us not knowing who they are. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
It's okay. They can message me and be like, "It's me, so and so."
A dude says I'll neither admit nor deny CCing my 320 and my UF Pro multicam short cargo pockets.
Mm.
Hey, you do you.
I want some UF Pro shorts. My wife would kill me though.
What's that?
Yeah, you don't need more shorts. Michael Farley in the house.
Oh, Croak. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, I'm gonna be able to conceal this thing, no problem.
What does that
What's
mean?
up, Bravo Tack?
What's it? Wait. What's? Hey, Croak. What grip is that? I want that. Give me a link to that grip.
That's the one that's like constantly sold out. If you were on Discord for any length of time, you would have seen him talk about that like 5 times by now.
Well, I need one. Croak will find me one. He'll just
Croak
Walsh
said
and Coke are going to have a freaking sleepover here shortly.
Axel took an entire gestation period to give me the JPC placard adapter.
Dude, mine. I forgot. Like I forgot about mine. It had to have been 9 months. It had to have been that long. Like it showed up. I was like, I'm
mine from SKD Tactical.
You did.
And
I
it
remember
showed
you
up in
ordered yours.
like 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Cause I was like, don't even bother.
Hey,
You know who
Yes.
they carry now is Tracer. They have some Tracer Tactical stuff.
At Axel?
No, SKD.
Oh,
so I have a Axel plate carrier adapter. It's still in the plastic.
Still in the box. Yep.
it probably took a year to come in though.
Yeah.
By the time it came in, Cody was on to his next hobby.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, guys, we're at the boat. We gotta get to the boat.
Yeah.
What I
Okay,
what I
can
do
we
this
talk
for? It
for a
doesn't
minute?
matter.
Let's talk about the boat. Is it going in the water this year?
So, yes. So I
years.
just
No.
Tuesday, I became a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and it's like half a mile from my house, which is closer to the river. And so we got to go out there and look around on the property, and they have a slip into a creek that feeds to the river. So I'm taking it out there. It's happening.
Okay, I'm in. Croak also just linked to me this grip module, so I'm going to be distracted for a minute. And the dude also said I need to get a pair of those shorts for my wife. I agree. So I was super happy about that.
Both of you.
If there's one more, if there's one more set of camo anything that comes in the house, she's
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, Arctis. I showed up to my range day wearing those Arctis Ranger pants, and everyone that I work with thought I was a weirdo for having these pants. They have the built-in knee pads, and so we're going prone. We're shooting from the knee.
Yeah, probably not the other day.
Whole time, and they're like, my knees, like suckers. That's what you get. Danielle says, I impulse bought a PWS Mark 111 piston upper after shooting one at the gathering, ACOG plus top dot or LPVO. I'm playing optic musical chairs, ACOG going on one, LPVO on another, T2 top dot, 509T.
Let me on this one. And hopefully Croak and the legendary guys don't get too mad at me, the dude. But I'm going to say I don't think an LPVO has a home anymore. Because here's where I'm at. If you want to just do close range, you do a red dot. If you want to do close range with some long range, you have a red dot with a magnifier. If you want to do the other way around, you want to do mostly long range with some close range, you do a scope with a top dot. If you want to do only long range, you do a scope. Where the LPVO comes into there, I don't know.
Wrong.
And the problem I'm running into is things like the primary arms PLXC that's so good, like the glass is so good, but I can't focus the parallax. So like I have this amazing glass, I have 8x magnification that I can't focus, and it's just like you can't get it just shows me the glaring faults with the LPVOs. You can't get better than that LPVO, and it just highlighted that I like everything else. That's me though.
Whatever.
You don't love LPVOs either. I don't want to hear from you.
I don't know. Hey, that one put in work in Nashville.
Didn't he use his offset though? I thought he was using offset.
He might have used his offset.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Told me. He had an LPVO. He had an expensive LPVO.
They called him to the front because he had an LPVO.
Yeah.
But like that would. But that's. I mean, I think it just looks useful. I would have been like I was thinking like, not you. Get someone with a suitable optic. Red dot guy, come here. Like you got to.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it again. Someone was saying, I thought it was Croak that said he uses offset.
He might have.
You did say that.
I'm snacking on sweet tarts. And Harry says, Jason's chewing the perks, faster absorption.
Croak, I need one of these grip modules. You gotta find somebody. You gotta blow up my phone.
Faster absorption, you crush them up and you put them in the corner of your eye.
Not that we've tried it ever. Don't try that at home, please.
Haven't been told
No,
about
don't.
12 Bravo Tech says there's a Jamaican key lime marinade at Walmart you should try on chicken grilling. And Caleb said, new note, always eat before coming to a live chat. With all this talk of food, it's not fair to make us that hungry.
That's true.
We could keep that going for a long time.
My wife made homemade pizza tonight. And then she did this like barbecue chicken with bell peppers on it. Oh,
those are my favorite. I love.
Normally I smoke it, but we were running late, so she just popped them in the oven. But like homemade the dough and everything. It's awesome.
My wife makes these pizzas in the like cast iron pots or pans. Yeah.
I'm gonna steal one comment, Jason, just because it's. I don't know what Zach's talking about for spitting raisins, but it's funny. Like it's always funny.
Regardless.
Whatever it is. Davey Jace though said the PLX is goated. If you got the money, get the PLX in a Reptilia with the 509T. Awesome setup. The only thing I would say, I really did like the top dot mount with the ACSS Vulcan, because maybe I didn't train enough with the top dot where you kind of have to like find it. Where the Vulcan, I didn't have any of that. I was really surprised how much better that did as a top dot than just a regular red dot. But yeah.
The dude says you can make a living buying actual gear and reselling when they're out of stock.
That's a thing, dude. That's a
you
real
should do that, Cody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bailey, Luke, I'm sending the Cajun Navy to sink the USS Cody.
Now that's not nice.
He's
I
gonna say
love the
green.
Cajun Navy.
Listen. I just want to see. Like, I won't even. People are like, you got to record the maiden voyage. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna make sure the maiden voyage is successful, so Cody is excited to go the second time, and then we record the second time.
Yeah, Joe is already convinced that it's not going to go well the first time.
Oh, probably not. You've never gone before. Like,
I bought a high-end kayak. It's not going to flip over with me.
No,
in
but
it.
if you fall in the water, I mean, it could still stay upright, and you could still fall in the water.
Yeah,
It would be funny though.
Oh,
I would love to see that.
You better have that.
Oh, oh, that'd be awesome.
Sorry, Sean, what were you saying?
I said just keep that camera rolling when you launch its voyage.
yeah.
Shadow Man comes says grill live. Ooh, you got that drone. Just have that hovering right above you when you get in.
Yeah, where am I going to put the controller though?
No.
Doesn't matter.
I'll man the drone.
Those are
I got
details.
You
Yeah.
just do the pedals.
Walsh just wants to see this go down in person.
Oh, I'll just be like, it'll just be like, I just set it to zoom around it. It's just the whole time.
Live. Let's just live stream it.
The drone's going to be nowhere near it. Walsh is going to be so focused in on what's happening in front of him.
It's like crashing in the woods and
Yeah.
stuff.
So Danielle says, I guess that means ACOG on the Mark 111, LPVO on the 12.5. Which top dot for the ACOG does the 509T suck under NV, making the T2 worth the upgrade?
I would not run an LPVO on a 12.5.
I would sell your ACOG and your LPVO.
I
and
would
go
run
with red dots.
I would run a red dot and magnifier on a 12.5 because your round is going to start to tumble and do weird stuff at like 400, 450 yards. Ask me because I deal with this on that 12.5 a lot. So having an LPVO that can see out to 600-700 when you could shoot 400. I mean, if you want target ID, that's great, but you could do the same thing with a red dot and magnifier and have a magnifier you could pop off. I would not do that. I would sell that LPVO and get something else. For your 509T, it's probably fine. For NV, it's probably not. The T2 is really good. I've just never tested the T2 versus a 509T to really tell if you're going to do.
They're two different things.
Well, they're two red dots. Though we're talking about putting them on top.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I'm saying like they're designed to be used differently.
And this,
in my opinion,
yeah.
Like I doubt the T2 is designed. Yes, could it be an offset? Yes, but why would you do that?
Yeah.
An $800 offset. I know it's not $800, but a $600 offset. Golly.
Yeah.
Shadowman says #grill live.
We should do like Sean. Now hold on a second. Why don't you come to the live chat live from the grill?
I could easily do that. I'd have a fire next to me and then the grill next to that.
Can we do this
next week?
I think we probably can.
Think about doing that. That would be awesome.
We got to get an idea of what we want to make.
Well, do this. So don't do what Walsh did, where he bought a 10,000K cake just for himself and ate it live on here. Didn't tell us anything about it. So we just had to watch him eat this cake.
That was a great cake. We should do a 30K cake, 30,000 subscriber cake. I'll get one for myself.
There you go. I'll just have to time it so that we're done when the live stream is going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because your time's kind of a little weird. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it kind of rules out a lot of the fun stuff.
Harry's like, go to the grill now. Do it now. Do it now.
Do it. Do it now.
But then Zach's like, don't make something that won't take more than an hour. Like, what a buzzkill that would be to be like, all right, guys, I got about you've been with it for like 45 minutes. I'm like, all right, I got 45 more minutes, so have a good one. Like,
I'm just gonna eat it right in front of everybody. Oh man, this is so good.
Oh my
Post
God.
a picture on Instagram with stuff all over your
Yeah, barbecue sauce all over your face.
Yeah.
So I did want to see. It was a comment. Oh yeah, I want to see Croak's one. Yeah,
Croak said Axel is losing steam in the influencer world, so stock is better than in the past. And Harry said the term influencer is testament to the sheepishness of people in society. And the dude said, I doubt Spin Raisins could handle this chat. His appearance on GT really exposed his thing.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that story, but
I want to know about it.
I want to know. I know. I remember we watched their videos on Brownells, and we were like, dude, that is the most awkward conversations I've ever seen. Like,
So
it was...
what is Molly?
Let's talk about it. But no, that wasn't. I think they're talking about. I don't really want to say.
Yeah,
his
yeah.
name. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to say his name.
GT.
Yeah. No, not even, not
Gran
Grant.
Turismo.
I'm not being not him. I'm just saying which one of the spit and raisins. There's two different ones that we're talking about. The Molly, the guy who did the Molly video, and then the one that they're talking about.
Oh, that Molly video is
God
I'm
awful.
gonna
Like,
start my gun after that. Danielle says, already have the GLX 1-6 in a Reptilia and a Holosun 503 top dot, so it is making the rounds, its rounds musical chair style since the 16-inch got upgraded to the GLX 2.5 to 10.
I have a solution for you. You're going to love this solution. You're going to get a 20-inch or an 18-inch Criterion barrel and put the 2.5 to 10 on that, and then put your LPVO back on the 16. I think an LPVO on a 16 is probably the only barrel length that makes sense for that. But you guys can disagree and be wrong.
Bailey said, why is an LPVO on an NV build? That is a good question.
You could.
Because lasers are bust on night vision.
Yeah.
The dude says T2 for an offset might be a bit expensive for what you get. And Bailey said, using a top mount T2 is the next level of the Goober red dot mount.
I definitely have an 8-point T2 on top of Reptilia mount that I haven't shown anyone.
You were talking about doing that.
Yeah, I was talking about it, and I was like, I didn't do it.
Croak said, just have to mention that Foxtrot mic FM15 is a darn nice upper. In case anyone was curious, light, well built, uses the critical mil spec parts, no buffer tube needed, none of the piston downsides. Yeah, he was posting some pictures on Discord, and they look fantastic.
Me and you talked about Foxtrot mic for a long time. We just never jumped into it. Kind of when you guys were on that CMMG kick, we were constantly eyeballing their side charger, and just nobody jumped on it. But I think they were cheap. They seemed like they worked well. There was no issues. Yeah, probably should have.
Pepper Book Club says, I love awkward videos. Got to see those. I was talking to the wife. I know we didn't do a video on Easter Sunday, but I was telling my wife, like, man, I talked to Walsh about this a long time ago. We have so many blooper clips from like all of the videos that we recorded. We should just do like a 12-minute blooper. Like there's one, my favorite blooper that Walsh did. He was about ready to take a picture of his plate carrier. He put it on the railing of his deck, and he turned around to get something, and you see it off camera, just like falls off the deck, and then he goes to the rail and just looks down.
Oh boy. That's happened more than once too. That's the best part.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. So we save a lot of our videos. If you guys don't know this, at the end of most of our videos, there's usually a 3 to 10 second blooper that we recorded during the making of that video.
Oh yeah, I guess we have to say that to Sean. You have there has to be at the end, like if you totally I'll be editing your video, so if you do something really bad, I'll pull it out and put it at the end. But or you can have your own of like, I don't know. One time I sang about magnets. Wasn't that I had like the magnet song?
The one that you always do is you always get the thanks to everyone that likes, comments, and subscribes. You're like,
I always get it
wrong.
wrong.
Blah, blah. Why do I always get this wrong?
I guarantee you we'll have plenty of footage on
it's
stuff.
Good. Those are the best.
Question is, just gotta hope I'm not bleeding in the process.
That's even funnier. Like if you're like, I think I'm bleeding. Like that's definitely going at the end.
Damn it!
There's one I wrote my script out and I got a detail wrong, and as I was recording that part, it hit me that like I don't think that's right. And I said this on the video, like I'm reading it out, and I go, wait a minute, I don't think that's right. And I pull up my phone, and I'm looking through my phone, like that isn't right. How did that get in there? Like I was the one that wrote this thing, so that was a blooper that I have saved at the end of that video.
Dude, so Cajun's in Discord, and he's going, so I got a question. Is Sean the new Joe, and why is Cody alive again? No, Joe's just out. Sean's joining the team. He's kind of our survival expert. Just brings a whole different just brings a whole different angle to the channel that I think we're kind of missing out on from, the land nav and just an entirely different skill set. It's not just like, yeah, we all like the same guns, the same firearms, we have the same skill sets. Like it's just wildly different. So it just gives a different perspective.
Nice.
Yeah.
Harry says Danielle changed his or her screen name. Yeah, it used to be like HDJI6.
Yeah. Like Dan's name is the name we gave him/her. Like,
Yeah.
It's Dan, Danny, Danielle, Bob. Like that's literally what Jason calls him/her.
Yeah, because I started calling him Dan. I didn't want to say the HDJC56. And one day I was just like, I'm just going to call him Dan. And then Dan said something. I was like, maybe Dan's a Danielle. And so I started calling him Danielle. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It has never responded.
I do like one thing I do want to go back to is the dude saying the T2 for an offset might be a bit expensive for what you get. And I think Jason, even you and I talked about this. Oh, and Joe brought up too. But like I think there was a time and a place where the T2 was the best optic, and it was probably like I don't know, 2015. Where nowadays there's Amazon optics that are just as durable. So I'm with the dude. It's still a great optic, but it's a military contract. If they didn't have a contract, it would probably be $99, maybe $200.
Yeah.
Reality.
It shouldn't be more than that.
No, it's a $200 optic, like all day.
But you read it on Reddit, man, and people go, like someone had a Sig Romeo 5 on their gun they were showing off, and everyone on Reddit's like, oh, this guy's got to be poor.
That's a great optic.
5.
Dude,
Yeah,
I get everyone that's starting, like as long as you're not doing night vision, like you're not doing night, and those people that are probably not using, even a T2 isn't the greatest. Like,
right.
I'm looking at 2 of my rifles in my case right here, and 2 of them have Romeos on them.
it's a great.
Thank goodness you didn't say they have T2s on them.
No.
I have 2 of them sitting on the desk, like two Romeo 5s, and like, cause someone go to the range and they're like, they have irons or something. I'll just toss them a Romeo 5. And hey,
Yeah,
dude,
here you go. Put this on.
Don't use that.
Thank me later.
Yeah. I was with my buddy, and he was using irons on his, and I was like, no way. I think I gave him the primary arms, like the 1X Prism. I was like, dude, use this. And he's like, this is amazing. I'm like, enjoy. Like, this is way better than the doo-doo you're running with your he's trying like 0 irons at the range. I'm like, dude, we are not at this point in our lives.
Especially when PSA has a sale, you could buy a Romeo 5 for $105 or $150, and it comes with 10 PMags.
Oh,
you can't
beat that.
You can't beat that.
Can't beat that. Yeah.
They have, I think their sale now, it's the same price, but you only get 5 PMags.
What? That's a rip.
Yeah.
Cody, you still have like 8 million PMags. I need another one. I don't want to order one. I'll buy one off you. I have patches for you too.
You don't need to buy it. They're still in the plastic.
Yeah, you had a pile for Cody next to the door.
No, he got that.
Got.
Yeah, he came and got that.
Oh,
but no,
I
I visited Cody ages ago, and we were talking about magazines. And he's like, "Do you need any?" He's like, "I was like, no, I'm running Lancer mags, or I think I was running Hex mags at the time, which were horrible. Besides 5.56." And Cody's like, "Okay, just let me know." He opens this drawer. It's this whole underneath this whole right. It's this whole drawer, and you can't fit another one in there. Mags filled, still in the wrappers. And I was like, "Bro, you gonna take those out of the wrapper?" He's like, "Well, maybe later." We're like, what? There's got to be 100.
Nah.
Either way, it's an excessive amount. Like, we would have to count
a lot.
You probably be like, "Wow, that's kind of a lot of them in there."
Well, they don't break, so I mean, I don't go through them. So.
And it's all PMAG Gen 2s, none of the new crap. Like, I like the Gen 2s; those are the best.
Yeah, the dude says, "I'm gonna offset EOTech with another EOTech." Are Carvel cakes still a thing? I don't know what those are.
Sean,
Carnival cakes?
Carnival cakes?
Is that the urinal cakes?
Oh, maybe. So FYI, the FM guys are all former Wilson Combat designers, did the EDC X9 among other things, so it's not a Bear Creek garage CNC company, despite the Bear Creek pricing.
interesting.
Huh.
Someone send the Jimothy to show.
Someone should send Jim.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram, the dude went to a SIG training class, and he took Jimothy with him.
I need to find it. Is it in Discord?
No, it was on Instagram.
I remember you posting it.
Yeah, that was his. That was his
that's
picture.
awesome.
So my
I think
question is, did Jimothy get to sleep in the bed?
It's just the best. They're like, oh, this got to come with. I have to bring this pet alligator with me because it's part of the team. Like, damn straight.
Oh, okay. Carvel is an ice cream / cake combo.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, like Derek Queen?
Makes me want the Carmel. I want that IDBI rifle really bad.
I know, me too.
Hey, are we gonna get the story about?
I gotta get back with him.
Oh, Caleb, hold on. Caleb's asking me something. Hey, Walsh, do you still use your Meshtastic system?
Yes and no. I got some really cool things. It's like these outdoor, like they're these own kits that are like have solar attachments, and you can put them outside, and they're weather sealed. And do all this cool stuff. Never used them just because I haven't had a moment to do that. I want to go and rebuild that whole thing. I also ordered this whole like SDK special radio. I forgot who I ordered it from. I probably should look it up because I never got that. They never sent it.
That's another video people get all mad about. Oh, don't you realize that the Russians could jam your signals? It's like, bro, that's not what we're. What are you talking about? It's not what we're concerned about at all. We're just talking about like, dude. I tell people all the time that want to set up a hunting camp. I'm like, I send them the link to your Meshtastic video. I'm like, you should set this up. This is perfect for a hunting camp.
Perfect.
People are like, this is unrealistic. The government can listen into these conversations. They're not secured. It's like, bro, you're at a hunting camp. Why do you care about secure conversation?
But it is actually, it's AES 256 encryption. Like you can crack it, but it's gonna take you a while.
They get all angry if you try to tell them that.
Yeah.
It's not worth the trouble. Like I have people who always go in any of the radio videos, any of the things that talk about comms, and there'll be always somebody who posted like the 6-paragraph thing. And like, and I'll always do this. I'll be like, he's gonna get so mad because I just hit delete. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be angry about that, I'm sure.
You should just comment TLDR.
Yeah.
Too long, didn't read. Danielle says, getting an ACOG, shot one at the gathering and loved it. Definitely getting a top dot. The other that will get the 1 to 6 because that's what I have available. At least until I buy an Elcan like Asfax told me to. Not the Elcan.
No, you don't need the Elcan.
Is Sean going to be reviewing the long-awaited Space Cowboy gun?
That
No.
would be awesome. We need to get one.
Hey, I want a lever action. One of the
Cody, listen, I am still angry at you because you don't know the sheer number of comments that we
How
get.
many people?
The sheer number of comments that we get. What's that gun being shot in 8 seconds into the intro? Like, it's the root. God, Cody needs to review this gun.
there's hundreds of videos about it. Though.
They want you shooting that thing. I don't know what it is about that one time we went shooting and people just love it.
Yep.
I don't get it.
And the best part about that, because Walsh was like, I need you to shoot it, and like, you had like a pattern you wanted me to shoot it in. So you were like,
yeah, you come out like bang, 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 bang.
yeah.
But there's
What's that? What's that gun that's being
But what's
shot?
funny is we didn't have anything. We didn't have anything for him to shoot at. I was like, hey, just look at some stuff out there on the berm and just
Nice.
do cool guy stuff at nothing.
It works.
It took me a couple tries. I'd like run past the mark where I was supposed to stop. Or
I should find those bloopers, like the old.
that'd be
school
funny.
bloopers.
Like check this out.
But by far,
You just
that
hear
is
everything
the
going
most
on.
requested thing that we have.
Yes, Cody. Like
By
if
far,
you had to do
hands
a
down.
video, I would not let you be like, hey guys, I'm gonna do a video, and be like, if it's anything besides that one gun, I'm like, no, you have to do that one because it's so annoying.
Gosh.
yeah.
Mike Farley says, I still need to figure out what I want to put on top of my AR-10 once I finish building it. I
Mid-range
think a
scope,
2.5 to 10 would be good. That's what I have.
3 to 15.
2 to 10, either any of those.
Croak T2 does have nice glass, and the NV snobs love them, but with good FOM tubes, even a Romeo 5 works good under nods. Don't tell Hop that. He'll get angry. He'll fight you.
He's gonna come in here. He will come in here and slap all of us.
Bailey says, I sadly have to get a T2 because the Reddit mount for my AK won't coat witness unless it's a T2. The Horosun is slightly too tall by like 1/8 of an inch. What mount are you using for your AK? Did you get the RS regulate mount?
Why do you want a co-witness? Lower 1/3 is where it's all at. Sean, have you played with co-witness versus lower 1/3 at all? Do you know what we're talking about?
Nope.
So this is just good education too. So there's two different camps. There's co-witness, which basically like if you would take your irons, where are my fingers at? Line them up. So if you take your irons and then you take your dot would be exactly in line with both of those iron sights. So it would almost be co-witness, co-aligned directly on top. Then there's lower 1/3, which basically takes the optic and raises it up a little bit. So then your irons are going to be in the lower 1/3 of the window, which gives you more. The idea is to give you more viewing space of the area, but then you could still see your iron sights and everything else.
Better sight picture. Yep.
I'm a lower 1/3 guy, but I don't know.
Is
So
there a
he has
particular
a
reason why you're a
excellent-
lower 1/3 guy?
Do what?
I said, what makes you a lower 1/3 guy?
I like to have the additional field of view. I like it's a little more natural, big up a little bit higher, and I like an extra, the extra field of view. What are you saying? Okay, Cajun, I'm watching. I'm looking at here, so you can't see the rear iron at all.
Yeah, so Cajun, I would highly recommend taking a. I don't know if you're sold on that mount, you already have it, but I bought the RS Regulate mount. I haven't done an update on my AK to my AK video. I need to do that. But the RS Regulate mount is fantastic because you can get it directly over bore. You can adjust it over bore. I don't know how good. Yeah.
You're saying there's no side rail though.
Oh, that sucks. Man, for the amount of money that you spent on that thing, I would have assumed that it would have had a side rail.
Did that do anything? No, that does nothing.
Oh, look at this. Croak says, shot the Carmel at the PSA show. Gonna get one.
Nope, that's it. Croak's going timeout. I'm annoyed.
Croak says he's got a box of 100 Gen 2 PMags in the garage, still sealed.
You and Cody would be best friends. Like
I have a lot. You know those like big black and yellow tubs at Costco? I have 2 of those filled with mags.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I did. I had them. I don't anymore. I lost them.
I'm super
Just
angry.
dump them out and make snow angels in them.
Didn't do that. One of the guys from church was helping me move in, and one of them busted open and like magazines went everywhere in my garage.
He's probably like,
he was like, I'm pretty sure you have enough.
Yeah, it's not just like hundreds, and you're just like slowly looking, putting them back in there, looking at him, and you're like,
as I'm staring. So Harry says, Croak, maybe Carvel is a Florida thing. These guys have not heard of them. So am I saying it right? Carvel?
Every time they say Carvel, I'm thinking Carmel, and I get excited. I don't care about
Carvel.
this. I want
Carvel cakes are ice cream cakes. Someone please do a 45 offset EOTech. Look, don't tempt Walsh with a good time.
yeah, that's right up his alley.
I have an offset Picatinny mount that could just throw an EOTech. I mean, this could happen in like a couple seconds, to be honest. Like I could set that right up.
Hold on. Can we go back? Can we go back to the fact that Carvel cakes are ice cream cakes? Why do we have to have a special name for it? Just call them ice cream cakes.
Florida.
Let's
It's
church it up.
It's got to be like the brand, you know, like
I like Sean. He's
Is
like,
that
wait
what
a
it
minute.
is? It's a brand?
yeah.
There's
Look,
already
there's a picture in Discord. The original, it says Carvel, the original ice cream cake.
Oh, Carvel is the brand. Okay.
Carvel.
Oh, hold
Yeah,
on. I
Carvel.
want to show something. I want to show something from Croak. I can't show you guys this, but so Croak, Croak's showing on Discord. He's saying, he said repost, but moved all this crap out of my garage yesterday. Don't know why I feel the need to keep the boxes. Now, Croak, I want to let you know. Hopefully, my wife is watching this, so she knows I'm not the only one. I have, what is that? 4, like the huge Pelican cases, the huge ones. 4 of them stacked up in the corner, filled with empty boxes.
You
Oh
just
my
can't
gosh.
throw them away.
I'd go light that thing on fire and close the lid.
Yeah, but
What do you need?
if you go to like give those away, it's nice to have the original box.
Yeah, or you sell them, but you're never gonna sell them.
You're never gonna sell them. Yeah.
My wife's like, "Are you ever gonna?" It's for if I sell them. She's like, "Are you ever gonna sell any of this stuff?" Like, probably no.
Probably not. Then get
So
rid of the
going
box.
going back to the Carvel, this just looks like a bougie Dairy Queen. If I'm being honest.
Okay.
There's a hold on.
Bougie Derek. Well, Harry talking about it? Or was Croak talking about it?
The Carvel looks like
Several people were.
Prepper Book Club is.
Bailey says, I'm getting a bunch of raccoons riding Jimothy stickers made. Let me know. I'll buy some.
Imagine if it's 4 raccoons riding an alligator.
No,
Yeah.
so
What do you say, Cody?
oh, I was just gonna say that Cajun needs to have stickers of a Nutra riding Jimothy. That's more our style down in Louisiana.
What's a Nutra?
A Nutra rat. It's a big old rat with like beaver teeth.
Capybara?
Yeah, kinda.
Danielle says, the extra height of the HoloSun means I don't use it on Unity mounts either. The Paraglow ACSS is the right height. Basically T2 or PA ACSS HoloSun. Everything else is too tall. Real 4 works fine on Unity mount.
Yeah, if I had to pick, I would probably do the primary arms ACS. Unless you're directly doing night vision, the T2 is overkill, and even then, it's good, but it's not like the end all be all.
That's a good question. Does Sean know what Meshtastic is? I bet that would fit in with his survival outdoor videos.
The answer is absolutely not. I have no clue.
So Meshtastic are these small radio devices that you can configure. They're super cheap. They cost like $20, $30. And you can basically you can connect them into the network together. So when you send a message, so like if we're all within each other's zone, I could send like a message to Cody by like connecting to Jason, connecting to you, connected to Cody, and then they send little basically text messages or some data. They also have kind of the distance to the other person. So like the 4 of us could run them on like a plate carrier or something, or regular camping or gear setup, or just hiking, and be like, hey, Sean is 200 meters this way. I don't know what he's doing, but I could message him, hey man, you're way off, and you'd be like, hey, I'll be right over there in a second. So no cell phone, no comm. Like it's its own comm network.
Okay, so the idea is that it's all inter team pretty much.
Yes. So, but like you could have one like base camp setup that maybe is higher that can get out further, but then everybody else could still connect in. But there's no like, hey, all the power's down. Like, doesn't matter. We'd still be in full comms.
Okay, so it works the same way all these other things do, just on a much smaller spectrum.
Yeah, smaller scale, smaller range, and it's just like the idea is that if one little piece goes down, it's easy for the rest of the mesh network to fill that gap.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll show you that video though.
What's the range on them?
I haven't really tested, but I think about a mile.
Is that with all terrain factored in and vegetation?
No, I think as the bird flies.
Oh, okay.
Thinking of like regular line of sight radio comms, but I mean it's a good question like to play with, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
can't you increase the range by having more of them?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you can also do some antenna stuff. Like the ones I got, the fancy ones that I think Caleb was talking about, have like these long, like 6 foot long antennas. I mean, they're massive. Yeah. So I'm sure the range on those would just be ludicrous.
Yeah. So the idea is they're so cheap, you could almost build a repeater into it almost.
Well, this basically they're their own send and repeater in one. So
okay,
I'll show you it all, but it's really pretty neat how it works. But like you could have 2 or 3 go camping, and then have the basically $90 worth of comm equipment, and you're able to stay within range anywhere. Like, hey, there's no cell phone reception out here. Like, we don't need it. It's fine.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cody posted a picture of the giant rat. Croak says, Danielle, try out the new Primary Arms 3X and 5X prisms before you commit to the ACOG. I'll tell you this, Danielle, if you end up buying one and you don't like it, I'll buy it off you.
Yeah, that 5X prism with that new reticle, I think that's even better than the Griffin.
Yeah.
I was talking to Dimitri about it. That I love.
I want to get the 3X for my AK.
Yeah, that 5X, that reticle looks amazing.
Croak says, eye relief, it's a thing. Ditto. Another YouTuber says, ditto on the Primary Arms prisms. Better head posture with lower 1/3 as well.
God, the dude is so smart.
Quote witness height is terrible for red dots on an AR-15. Lower 1/3 for pairing with a magnifier, or 1.93 for CQB or night stuff.
Agreed.
Carvel is the brand. Got to have lots of mags. After all, the politicians tell us they are not reloadable. Yeah.
It was a great video. It was a great.
Prepper says, dang, I thought I was the only one that kept boxes to everything. The dude, I keep boxes for most things as well.
This closet right here is full of boxes.
Just we all these empty. We all these closets and rooms empty.
I got so many boxes. I got an Athlon box right here. I got boxes everywhere. That's what we do.
Dude, you guys.
My wife hoards shoes. I hoard boxes.
I'm
I
the
still
odd
got
guy.
that Wild Coat box. Thing's freaking gigantic.
What were we saying, Sean?
I said I'm the odd one out. Like, get rid of it.
That's good. That's a good hobby or habit.
Yeah.
Not a hobby.
Jason, what box did you say was your big one?
Wild Coat?
Oh, that's you. Why did you keep that box?
I don't know.
Sean did not keep that box.
I actually have it right next to me.
Let's see. Do you have the coat? Oh God, it's got to be all the goodies in there. He better come back with it. They're just fully suited. He's got to make dinner soon.
Oh yeah, he does. We're almost out of time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to. Well, we're gonna see this. Oh, I am. It fits you so well.
Wow.
Oh, Cody.
Yeah,
Does Cody
sure.
not know? Hold on.
I've seen it. I've seen several pictures of it. Yeah.
Have you seen the wolf one?
No.
Oh, this is the funny.
I haven't seen the wolf one yet.
Do they have a Kodiak bear one? That's what I want.
They do.
No,
They
but
should.
this thing is as ridiculous as you might think it is.
That looks hot.
It's so warm.
It's going to be super warm, but I guarantee this will make some videos.
It's like what did this? Like what has this chat turned into? Yeah, they
Hey.
definitely have a bear one.
Oh, they
At
do.
least this one doesn't look like anything else out where I live.
That's true.
thing.
So that's what
You
I was
might
thinking
get-
too. Like the polar bear one is like, oh, that's funny. Like it's a polar bear. They're from Antarctica. And with the wolf
Yeah.
one, I'm like, dude, someone's gonna shoot me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
joking, but this one's like, yeah, it looks like it just looks like an actual animal. Like,
Yeah.
you wearing that? Like it's not real, guys. It's not real.
We've probably shot up to like #1 trending on YouTube because now this is a furry channel.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh,
Because are you guys furries because you wear coats with heads on them? Like, are you? So this is my favorite thing. Whenever someone asks me, it's like I'll post it and someone will say, they'll go, "Is that a furry?" It's like, and I'll be like, "What's a furry?" And then they'll explain it. Like, honestly, it's just a joke to make it awkward, or you have to explain what that is. I do it every single time, though.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
so good.
Google it at work.
I want to have that awkward conversation with you, just so you can go through that.
I want to know how to shoot a bow in this thing.
Good luck.
Just put it up against the nose, the muzzle.
Yeah,
It's
get
so
it on
hot.
that right molar.
These
Yeah.
things are
Right back.
so hot, though. It's so.
It looks hot.
It's
Oh,
really hot.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. So Croak says you can breadcrumb them cheap enough and light enough to carry quite a few to set up in your AO.
Oh, talking about the Meshtastic things. Yeah.
Walsh,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you know I have some of those and I still in the
mesh-
plastic?
Did you ever
Still
solder
in
them together?
plastic.
No, we got to solder your stuff together still.
I'll have to find them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Link to the Discord.
Yeah, I linked it. Hey,
Good
Bailey,
call, bro.
Bailey, what's a furry? Can you give us that awkward conversation, please?
Oh no.
And what does unsub mean?
Oh, the
Is that
wolf
code?
code is sold. No way. It's sold out.
That's
You're
good.
lucky.
Good for
You're
Wild
lucky.
Coat.
Yeah, good for what? But me and
Why is it that our viewership went up to 37? All of a sudden?
Right.
like, what are these guys doing?
Prepper Book Club says a furry crossover event. Yeah.
No.
What is
What's a-
Walsh? What is a furry?
Yeah, Prepper, what's a furry?
Oh
I'm
no.
telling you, it's every time, and it's always funny because then they explain it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just messing with you. It's funny every time.
That's it for comments. We're through the comments. Oh wait, here's some more. You see, when two degenerates like each other very much, they go something in the park.
Thank you for that. I needed that. Now,
Croak says, "Don't cross the
this
streams."
thing is too hot. It is very hot.
Yeah, it is warm. Croak, that's the best advice.
So while they're undressing,
$400. $400.
yeah,
$400.
It's amazing.
this
$400.
we have a discount code though, Cody.
Yeah, we have it.
What is it, like 25% off?
I don't know. What it
20% off.
is. I don't know.
So while we're wrapping up, we only got about 5 minutes left. So last Saturday, the 8th, we had a gaming stream. Walsh and some of our viewers streamed Ready or Not. It's a game that we play on stream.
Cody doesn't know this, but we're also going to play Star Citizen one night.
Oh,
Go ahead, Jason.
Oh. So we had talked about it as with our viewers, and we are going to set that up to have it'd be a regular occurrence. So the second Saturday of every month, and we'll do this as we get closer. But the next one is going to be May 13th. May 13th, we're going to have another gaming stream, and usually we reach out. We'll get, I think, Ready or Not, you can have up to 5 people.
We need
So-
one more. Did we have 5 or did we need one more?
We need one more.
Okay.
I was on the stream, but I was managing comments.
Yeah.
And I thought it worked out good because
Yeah.
what I was able to do is I was able to swap what everyone was seeing. So I was able to put their screen on and everyone else was kind of on the side. So I thought it worked out okay. If
I
for those of you that
definitely
watched it, I hope it went good.
I definitely want Jawa and Croak again because then I could just stay back in the back and just clean up.
Those guys were hilarious. Well, and then Walsh kept like flashbanging everybody.
Remember when I didn't even have flashbangs? I had like the poison gas. So like,
yeah,
Jawa
that's what
was
it
like, can you crack the door open and throw a grenade in? They're like, let's find out. So he cracks it open and it just bounces right off the opening and then gasses everyone. Like, oh no!
I will say, Jawa, Tactical Jawa, which I haven't seen him comment tonight,
You
so
haven't been
hopefully
on
he's
tonight,
okay. He definitely has. We need a language filter for him.
I suck at shooters.
Oh my goodness!
So does Walsh.
No, I was fantastic. I was T2 and everybody. I was running around with that, just wrecking everyone.
Sure.
Jawa was murdering civilians. Like
Yeah, he was.
Like, what do you mean, whoops? Like, he was like, whoops. Like, what? You just said whoops twice.
Prepper Booklet says he was a bullet sponge.
Yeah. He was so, but yeah, thanks for coming out to that, guys. I appreciate it.
Bailey says he's down for Star Citizen.
You can watch me get blown up.
Yeah. Oh, stream Resident Evil 4 remake. I don't know
That
if I
sounds
could
scary.
do like a horror one.
Super scary.
I'm a baby when it comes to horror streams.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
those-
date
Who's
did you
this
say?
this guy on Twitch? What date is your next game stream? May 13th.
13th. Yeah.
So a month from today. It's going to be, we're going to try to set it up so it's the second Saturday of every month.
So if
And
you
we
want to,
figure- yeah, the consistency will help. Just kind of like here, we know we're at 8:30 Central every Thursday. If we can do, stream the second Saturday of every month, get into that consistent basis, it should help us out.
make Jason play the Alien game. What's the Alien game?
Oh, I don't know.
Alien.
Alien?
I mean,
I think we played that, didn't
a
we?
lot of that. I mean, we played that horrible one on PlayStation, which it was fun co-op though.
Yeah, it's fun co-op.
Okay, sorry, we're getting off track.
No, that's it. Caleb says, okay, so the day before Mother's Day? Yeah, downer.
It's a perfect lead in.
Maybe we'll move it.
No, we won't.
Don,
We're gonna-
you really gonna
Are you,
play
are you
tonight?
seriously going to relegate mothers to a day? Celebrate mothers every day.
Mother's Year. Mother's
That's what
Millennium.
that's what we're all gonna say when we're in a doghouse or playing that night.
Yeah.
Ooh, for Jason, 509T or EPS for Top Dot? I'd say EPS. I haven't seen one yet.
EPS, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
So I have boxes. I'm behind on shipping a lot of stuff. So I got boxes here that I need to weigh and print shipping labels tonight. I'm
me?
not working tomorrow. For you, for Caleb, for Iron Sight, I got packages out the wazoo I got to send out. So
I'm super excited to put
Lots.
that EPS on my
lots of
That's
stuff. Mother's Day Eve a thing? No, it's not.
no.
It is down the road. That.
Are we saying what we're working on?
No.
We are probably out of time. We'll just do Sean. What are you working on?
So I've got an intro video I'm hoping to get together soon, and then I think based on what I've seen, I think I'm going to do some basic land navigation and the right tools to use them.
Yeah.
So those are what I want to get to initially, and then
Yeah.
obviously everybody likes sharp objects, so we'll definitely get into some knives quick too.
Nice.
Sharp
Even if you do like my top 5 favorite and then like your top 5 least favorite, like as 2 separate videos, I think that would be fun. Because then people are gonna be like, tell me about this knife. It's gonna just start the snowball of like
I know we're running out of time, but my my bottom or my least 5 favorite, they're all in the woods somewhere because I donate them back to Mother Nature. That's exactly what I do. I have a habit of doing that.
oh, that's awesome. All right. Jason, you got a video this weekend. I don't know if you want to tease it or if you're gonna let people just know about it.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. I'm delaying it. So it's this LA Police Gear, just the essential plate carrier that I'm wearing right now. I really like this thing. So you'll be seeing this weekend, and I think I have next weekend's video too. I don't know.
I thought I was doing the Shmiotech.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. Yeah, we're over time, guys. So hey, we appreciate you being here. There is a link for the Discord in the live chat. So if you want to join us and chat more there, Walsh is there very rarely. So really, it's just me that's answering questions over there. Although this week has been crazy. But if you have anything else you'd like to talk about, come over there. We have channels set up for if you got medical questions, survival stuff. Sean's over there. Communication, moving, tactics. We have a great time chatting over there. And if not, we will see you guys next Thursday.
One quick before I roll. If you guys do direct message me, I will. No,
Same.
Ignore it.
Okay. Yeah. Same response. Yeah.
I
Okay.
do.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, you